Namaste. Uh, my name is Shyam Pathak. I'm a theatre actor. I've done my post graduation in dramatic arts from National School of Drama, and these days I've kept myself busy in television. You all know me as Patrikar Popatlal in Taarak Mehta ka Ooltah Chashmah. And I've come here today to share a few incidents about my journey till now. So I was born in a lower middle class Gujarati family in Ghatkopar, a suburb of Mumbai. And my family consisted of myself, my parents, and my elder sister. We used to stay in chawl system. Chawl system is very popular in Mumbai. So the size of our home was 180 square feet, one room, one kitchen, toilets were outside. I had a pretty decent childhood. And when I was like 7, 8 years old, my mother used to send me to Bal Sanskar Kendra on weekends, which was run by a spiritual organization called Swadhyay Parivar, run by Param Puja Pandurang Shastri Athavale. And they used to have Vasant Utsav every year, and plays were done. And I used to go for audition, and coincidentally, it happened that for like 3 years in a row, I was selected for the main part. We would rehearse, and then I would perform on that particular day. And the appreciation which I used to get from the audience as a child, a 7, 8 year old child, I used to like it. I used to love it. Probably that was a time when I guess the seeds of acting must have gone in me. And then in school, I represented my school for various cultural activities. And after that, college came. But at that time, the financial condition at home was not good. So I had to work. So from 7 to 10, I would attend the college, KJ Somaya College of Arts and Commerce in Ghatkopar. And from 11 to 9, I would work in a shop. It was a shop which used to sell Punjabi suits for girls. And there were times when my classmates unknowingly would end up coming in that shop with their mother, and I had to attend them as a salesman. And it was very embarrassing for me. So those were the days of my college, entire 5 years. And after that, I immediately registered for the CA course because my mother wanted me to become a chartered accountant. And while I was doing that, my articleship was going on. And uh, an incident happened which completely changed my life. It was 12th March 1993. And me and my father used to work in the same area. My articleship was going on. So we had a routine that every day after lunch, we would meet for like 10, 15 minutes, have a cup of tea, chat, and go back to our respective offices. That day also, at around 1:20, I was waiting for him near Union Bank of India's head office. That was the spot where we used to meet. And I suddenly, like in a 1 or 2 minutes, I heard a sound like "Dhup." And I didn't understand what was happening. I was like 20, 21-year-old boy at that time. There was thick black fog all over. And I ran and I came back in Bank Street, and people were shouting, Bamblas to a, Bamblas to a. And I was panicked because I couldn't see my father anywhere. And the entire road was filled with, like, at that time near Stock Exchange, they used to sell these primary issues forms. So the entire road was filled with those primary issues forms, and injured patients were being taken in that all those thelas. And the fire brigade had come, the ambulance had come, and I couldn't see my dad anywhere in the crowd, and I was panicked. So one of my colleagues, when he saw me tensed, he said that, Sham, don't worry, I've seen your father after the incident, and he should be somewhere in the crowd. Almost after an hour, the pune of my father's office came running, looking for me, saying that Kapadia sahab aapko upar bula rahe hain. Mr. Kapadia was my father's boss. So when I went upstairs, he said that there's a call from Bombay Hospital. Doctor wants to speak with you. And I took the phone, and he said that, am I speaking with Mr. Pathak's son? I said, yes. Your father has been admitted here. You please come here ASAP. I kept the phone down. I didn't know what to do next. I mean, I was clueless. So Mr. Kapadia put 2,000 rupees in my pocket, and he told the peon that इसके साथ जाओ, आप इसको छोड़ के आओ बॉम्बे हॉस्पिटल तक. We came down, and none of the taxi walas were ready to come because they were all helping the injured patients. After a lot of efforts, one taxi guy agreed. He took us to Bombay Hospital. I went straight into the operation theater. My father was on the bed full of blood, There were pieces of glasses everywhere, all over, and his eyes were open. So when he saw me, he said that, Shyam, tu avi gyo? In Gujarati, son, you have come? I said, ha, papa, avi gyo. And then doctors told me that you go in the old building and get a pouch of blood. I came to the old building of Bombay Hospital and I could literally see in the lobby there were patients lying all over with a bottle of glucose and blood were pasted on the wall. And when I reached the RMO's office, it was full of chaos. Like 200 people were there on his head shouting and howling. And I somehow managed to get a bottle of blood. And when I came outside, the security of the Bombay Hospital had instructions that nobody should be let in because there were more blast fever happening on that particular day. So they would not allow me inside. And I was almost requesting them, crying that please let me go in. My father is on the deathbed. I have to give this bottle of blood, and they would not listen. And it was like akrand. I was doing like, howling on the road. And then a lady who was an eminent social worker, when she saw me, she felt that he's a boy from a good family. So she was known to those people, and she said that I take the responsibility. I will take him, and I will ensure that he comes back in like next 10 minutes. And then they listened to her. She came along with me. We went there. I gave the bottle of blood, and then I didn't know now what to do next. All the public phones were shut down. And there was one private phone in the doctor's cabin. He allowed me to do a phone call. So I called my mother and I told her that, uh, a blast has happened. You must have heard the news, but me and dad, we both are fine. You don't worry. You just inform so and so uncle, so and so, mama and kaka to please come to Bombay Hospital. I was a novice, it was good enough for her to understand that something is wrong. So whatever little money was there at home, she took that, took a train from Ghatkopar, came to VT, and she came straight to Bombay Hospital. And then after initial treatment, my dad was uh, he had to be operated at two places on his body because his left portion was completely disabled. And then he was put in the ward. He was there for almost 40 days. And I had not seen son for almost 5 days. On the sixth day, my relatives told my mother that we have to take him outside, otherwise he'll go mad. And they brought me, like, on the sixth day, I saw son. And then again, it's a long story. So for 40 days, he was in the hospital. Then he came home and I was still studying, so he felt that he should continue working. So after a couple of days, when he went back to the office, he was told that we feel that you will not be able to work anymore. You have served 27 years for this company. So he was given 2 months of salary and he was told that you can take a retirement. And for the first time in my life, I saw my dad coming home at 4 p.m. in the afternoon and he sat on the sofa and I still remember his face. He was in a state of shock. That it was very disturbing for me. I was feeling that, we should do something about it. But then my journey continued. I kept on working. I completed my studies. And then theater was my passion. Uh, so I came to know about this theater workshop done by Ekjut Theater Group, which was run by Nadir Azaid Babbar. I attended that workshop. And then I joined that group. I worked with them for a couple of years. Everything it started with all backstage and then a lot of hard work. I for like 18, 20 hours a day. And then somehow I wanted to uh, go to National School of Drama, but I had no clue how to go there, what to do. And some incidents happened which allowed me to get in touch with Mr. Barry John, who is the finest teachers of acting in the country. But I did not have even money to go there and study under him. So I wrote him a letter saying that, sir, I'm a student of theater. I want to learn under your course, but I don't have money. But I promise that when I start earning, I will pay back the money. And if you can allow me a seat at a reduced fee or some scholarship. And I forgot after sending that letter, I continued with my theater and my studies and everything. And within 15 days, I received a letter from him saying that, to come swiftly to your point, I offer you a seat in my diploma course at like, reduced fee. And you don't have that money also. A friend of mine, very close friend of mine, and he was from a rich family, and they had an institution who used to support for higher education. So they paid my fees over there. I went there, and I studied under Barry, and then I applied for National School of Drama, and I was lucky to get secure admission because they receive admission almost like 25,000 applications every year, and they have to select 20 students in a year. It's very difficult and a rigorous selection procedure, but I was lucky that I was selected in the first attempt. 3 years I studied there, and then I came back to Bombay and started working in plays and in television. So initially, Sukh Bhai Chance, Jasubhen Jaydev Joshi की joint family, एक चाबी है पड़ोस में, and now Taarak Mehta का उल्टा चश्मा. So, friends, the reason I've come here today, I was shooting today. I came straight from my shoot, and I have to go back there because I always feel that if I get a chance to interact with young minds, I should share my journey. If it can be of any help to any one of you, I think I'll get a real reward of my life. And I've always believed I had no godfather. And I've always believed that, it is only your sincerity and hard work which pays. There are no shortcuts. And believe in yourself. And whatever you are doing in your life, one thing that I've learned is whatever you are doing in your life, give your 100% in that. Believe in yourself, keep working hard with sincerity, and someday you will be rewarded. And apart from that, I think as human beings, we should respect each other. Whoever, I mean, if there's a security guy, if you see, or a gatekeeper, or a peon, always speak humbly, always speak with them with respect. That empowers you. I mean, nothing goes in being nice to everyone, nothing goes in being humble to everyone. And if you really have decided some dream for yourself, you should go for it. You should follow your passion. Because if you are working towards your passion, I always tell in my interviews that we are fortunate few who get paid to do what we love to do. Because my passion has become my profession, you generally don't get tired because I enjoy acting. I have been doing this show for almost 17 years now. And when the cameras are on, I'm Patrakar Popatlal, and when otherwise I'm Shyam. And my personality is completely different from Popatlal's personality. So people who meet me, they say me that, you're a completely different guy. So I said, that is my profession. And so I mean, this isn't crux about my journey till now because there is restriction of time. So I've, uh, briefed everything, in this time. And one last thing that I want to say is it is always better to add a life to years rather than adding years to life. This is what I followed in my life. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity today. It has been, wonderful seeing all of you and interacting with all of you. Thank you. Thank you.